This is Shanti from Shanti TV. Merry Christmas, everybody. This is the next to last video that I will put up for the year. I wanted to get on and wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I hope you guys are spending quality time with your family and no fights, guys. Everybody should get along today. So I wanted to get on here and show you guys the very last big purchase that I've made for 2022. It was not something that I was expecting to purchase. It was something that was on my wish list, as I mentioned last week, but it was not really something I was pursuing all the time. And the reason is because you just can't find them. So the item that I purchased is a Rolex watch. And for those of you who may be pursuing them, I wanted to show you kind of what I ended up purchasing, which is completely different than what I thought I wanted. And again, I was not pursuing it. So I had put it on my wish list probably many, many years ago. And they're so expensive. I mean, they are just ridiculously expensive. And so it was not ever something that I could attain at the time. And so, you know, it was just sitting on my wish list, and I had casually asked in the last 2 to 3 years, I had kept casually asking about going to see one, and I would go to a Rolex store and I would not find it. They basically said they don't have anything to show me. I mean, they would show me stuff in the case, but they had no stock, they had no inventory. And that kind of, I was like, okay, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna like go searching all over the world for this. I mean, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I had looked at going to the resale market and thought, well, maybe I'll find a watch that way. But it wasn't necessarily like high on my priority list. I do typically wear an Apple Watch, and I still love my Apple Watch. I may end up upgrading my Apple Watch that I have, but I love my Apple Watch. I track all of my health and fitness, and then I have notifications coming through on my watch because I normally have my phone notifications off just because I'm trying to focus. So the watch kind of helps just notify me of certain things that I want to be notified of. You could do that on your phone as well, but anyway, I normally have my phone turned off during the day. So I was on a trip going to visit. My husband and I were in the Midwest, and he does have a relationship with a jeweler there that he's been going to for many, many years. And he had also casually asked, I don't know, maybe a year ago or so, I don't know if you know, they had any Rolexes in stock, blah, blah, blah. My wife would like to buy one. And at that time, he was basically told, no, we don't have any. So, okay. We ended up going to the jeweler for another reason. And I said, well, I'm gonna ask. I mean, they're an authorized Rolex dealer. I'm just gonna ask. Maybe I can get my name on the list for my 50th birthday, and it'll be perfect. So I went to go ask, and they gave me the same spiel. Yeah, well, we can show you what we have. They didn't say they didn't have any, but they made me feel like it was the same spiel. They did say that Rolex was building a new factory to kind of catch up with production issues. So I was like, oh, okay. I just want to put my name on the list of what I want, but I would like to kind of see what you have so I can kind of decide what I'd like. So anyway, I went to the case, and they had a few different ones that I could try. I ended up trying the 28mm. I ended up trying the 31mm and the 36mm. To my surprise, I thought that I was going to like the 36mm, which is the one my husband has. and I didn't like it on my hand. I mean, it was okay, but it felt more casual for me. From my wrist, it felt a little bit more casual, and it was definitely more in your face. And I'm petite. I'm like 5 feet. I'm not, you know, super skinny, but I do have small wrists. And yeah, so I tried the 36 on, didn't like it. Tried the 28, didn't like it at all. 31 was perfect. So I said, oh, okay. I didn't think I was gonna like the 31, but I do like it. So I figured, okay, 31 is my size. So after I figured that out, I was like, well, I want one in rose gold. I mean, I was like hard set on the rose gold, and you know, I kept kind of wavering between the rose gold and not the rose gold version. Like, what are we doing here? After I was like kind of standing there for a few minutes, trying it on, there was another woman that was there that was kind of looking at stuff, and I was like, oh geez, okay. So the salesperson says, you know what? I have something that might be perfect for you. And I'm like, what? And I literally said to him, are you hiding Rolexes in the back? And he didn't say anything. And he brings out 2 brand new watches. 2, like insane, okay? So I'm like, what the heck? Oh, you're hiding them in the back. And he brings out the one that I'm going to show you. And he brought out a 36mm stainless steel and rose gold. And I put on the 36 because I thought, oh, yeah, 36, rose gold. Actually, rose gold. I wanted rose gold. I put on the rose gold and the stainless steel, and there wasn't enough of a contrast on the stainless steel and the rose gold for it to actually make a difference. And so I ended up nixing that, and I, you know, picked up the one that you're gonna see that I have on my hand right now. And when I put the one that I chose on my hand, I was like, that's beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. And you're right, you did have the right one for me. This is the beautiful box that it came in. You can't really see it, but there is the Rolex symbol on here. It's kind of embossed on the box itself. If you open the box, it comes in this beautiful green case. On the bottom it says Rolex. This side comes down. I've never seen one of these boxes up close. It is stunning. So here is the beautiful Rolex box. And here is the watch that I purchased. So a couple of things about this box. There is a pull down tab here that keeps some paperwork. So you have the instructions. The instruction booklet is here. The Oyster Perpetual Datejust. This beautiful green. Their green is just really pretty. And then I have a little card case here where I have the warranty booklet and the actual date of purchase, which I noticed they put the day, month, year with the model and serial number there. So I keep these things, and then I have the proof of purchase sitting in there as well. So I like to keep everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back. And the other thing I wanted to show you was I had them take out some links here because it was too big. You want to make sure you keep these safe and sound if you ever want to resell or do anything with the watch, because these are pretty pricey to replace. And then here's the little security tag that came with the watch that they cut before they gave it to me. And then again, I've got the model number here, serial number, and the Rolex tag. So I just keep those down there. And obviously I have worn this watch before. So this is what it looks like. And let's talk a little bit about the watch that I chose. Okay, so the model that you're looking at is called the Oyster 31mm, oyster steel and yellow gold. And I'm reading off the website here. The architecture is a monoblock, middle case, screw down, case back, and a winding crown. So here's the back. There's the crown. So the diameter of this watch that I picked up is 31 millimeters. The material is a stainless steel and 18 karat gold. The bezel, which is this part of the watch, they call it a fluted bezel. The winding crown is a screw down, twin lock, double waterproofness system. So I did make sure that it was waterproof. Not that I would normally wear my watch in the water, but it's nice to know just in case you do have it on that it's not going to harm the watch. So it is water resistant up to 100 meters or 330 feet. And trust me, I'm not going anywhere close to 330 feet anytime soon. This is a scratch resistant sapphire, and they call this a Cyclops lens over the date, which just basically magnifies the date for you. Thank goodness, because I am getting older and gonna need reading glasses here soon. The movement on here, on this particular watch, is a perpetual mechanical self-winding. So I've never had this type of a watch before. And so when I was given the watch from the jeweler, they wound the watch multiple times, and that's what keeps it going. So as long as this watch is feeling movement, it will continue to run. Its power reserve is approximately 55 hours. So if you stop wearing this watch, it will stop working eventually. So some people have a watch winder. I think that's what it's called. Which basically is something that you can put the watch in that continues to make it move so that it continues functioning when you want to wear it. The bracelet material that I chose is called the Jubilee bracelet. And the clasp is concealed. So when you wear it and you close it, you can't see where it begins and where it ends. So I'm gonna put this on my wrist for you guys so you can see exactly what it looks like. I was not going to choose this color, but after I put it on, I was very happy with the way it looked. They did have another watch in the 36mm, which I did put on, but to me, it looked more casual on my hand, while this looked a little bit more like jewelry. I'm very, very happy with the way this looks on my hand. I know some people like the 36mm and the bigger watches, and I liked it. I just felt like it looked just more casual for some reason on my hand. So I was really dead set on getting rose gold, but when I put this one on with the jewelry that I wear every day, my wedding ring and my engagement ring, I just really loved the combination. I loved that it was feminine, not too dainty, but still looked like jewelry, and was big enough for me to read as well, because that is a thing. So that's what the 31mm looks like. I actually do have my husband's watch with me, which is a 36mm. And this is what it looks like on my hand. And it was very overpowering for me. I just thought it was just a little bit too big for my hand. It looks okay, but to me, again, it's a little bit more casual, definitely more in your face. And I like the other one better on my hand. This is the day date presidential. I don't have all the specs on it with me, but it is solid gold. So it's pretty heavy as well. So if you go on the Rolex website, you can actually configure the model and they'll give you the retail price for it, which is nice because you can go in and play around. But I will tell you guys that what really drew me to this watch was the ability to actually put it on. I probably would not have chosen this watch had I not been able to try it on. And I would say right now that's one of the downsides with going into Rolex. They don't have much inventory for you to try. So if you have a Rolex, maybe reseller where you live, I would go try them on, because a lot of times you can configure something online and it just doesn't work out when you put it on. Because I was convinced I needed a bigger watch. I was convinced I needed rose gold, but then when I put this on, this was it. I also fell in love with the silver face as well, which I didn't think I was gonna choose. So let's talk about this silver dial. I just fell in love with the silver dial, mostly because it just had the right amount of flash to it. It wasn't too flashy for me. I wanted something that I could wear every day. And not, have people stare me down. I felt that this could go casual or this could go dressy. This could go either way. And I just fell in love with this face. So the hour markers on this face is in gold. And it has little diamonds on it as well. It's just beautiful. Again, I wasn't necessarily pursuing this like all the time. I just thought I would ask. And, I decided to take the leap and purchase it right then and there on the spot. I was like, okay, these are hard to come by. I am just going to purchase it right now and be done with this. It's off my wish list. My father was a big watch fan. My father, who's no longer with us. And he just loved watches, and I would love for him to see this because I think he would just love it. I would love to buy him one. I think he would have loved that as well because he was just such a watch connoisseur. In fact, I have his watch. It's a Seiko watch. It's stainless steel with a blue dial. And I know Rolex makes one that looks very similar to the watch that he used to wear all the time. But yeah, I got that kind of watch love from my dad. So it's really nice to be able to own a very nice watch. Now, here's the thing. So for me, this is more of a jewelry slash watch purchase, not just a watch purchase. And, you know, I am trying to get some kind of basics into my jewelry collection. So I'll just have them and then I'll be done. You know, maybe that's a video that I'll do on some of my current, you know, everyday jewelry collection. There's some more pieces that I would like to add to my collection, but you know, I'm not in a hurry. You know, I'll get them as I get them, but yeah, there are certain things that I just want as staples in my collection, and a watch was always on my list. It was just so far out of reach that I couldn't do it. But now that I can, and the only reason, quite frankly, that I can is because I started my own business. And so for those of you who are out there that are trying to start your own business, do it. Do it. Like, don't wait. Don't wait any longer. You know, you have to try. You have to try. It took me many, many years before I decided that I was going to do it. And you know, I needed to learn. I needed to learn about myself. I needed to learn about my skill sets. I needed to sharpen my tools a little better before I went out on my own. And that's what I did. So I did, you know, well in my first year of business. And like I said, I had the ability to, you know, buy this Rolex at this time. And so I did. I jumped in and I did it. So I'm very, very happy with my purchase. I have no regrets for this purchase. There, you know, if you're buying stuff and you're feeling regret, or if there's something, you know, not feeling really good about your purchase, it's not a good purchase. Like, don't do it. This is one that I felt good about. Like, I felt good. It's rare because it's very hard for me to spend a lot of money on something, but this is one that I don't know, I just felt really good about deciding to buy this particular watch. It was just, it's beautiful, it's classic, it's elegant, it's a piece of jewelry as well as a watch. So it's something that I'm gonna wear for a long time. So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am still looking for video ideas. So if you guys have videos that you want to see, if there's some reviews that you want me to do on some of my bags, or if you want me to talk about how I started my business or anything like that, just leave it in the comments below. Again, thank you for joining me today. Again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to all of you. Whatever it is that you celebrate, Happy Holidays. And have a great week, and I will see you next week. Ciao.